Let me put it very simple way. So, as I said, we have identified 40 to 50 sectors in India where there are only limited number of players. Probably there are sectors where there are only 5 players. Say for example, bearings. In India, there are only 3-4 companies. You have a Timken, you have a SKF, you have a Schaeffler. These top 3 companies is actually 70 to 75% of the industry. If you talk about shock absorbers, there are only 3 companies. There are Gabriel, Munjal, Shaw and Endurance, and 1 or 2 might be multinational companies, might be unlisted companies. Top 3-4 companies is 92% of the industry. Oh. If you are talking about wiring harness, there is only 1 company in India, Motherson Sumi, which is more than 90% market share. If you are talking about credit rating, there are only 3 companies in India, CRISIL, ICRA and CARE. Top 3 is 80% of the industry. If you are talking about a refrigerator, the top 5, they dominate 75% of the industry. If you talk about room air conditioning, the top 5, they control 75% of the industry. In biscuits, there are only 3 companies, ITC, Britannia and Parle. 3 companies is probably 80 to 90% of the industry.
Right.
Correct? What I am trying to say is that when you identify the sectors where there are only limited number of companies, that filter itself is so strong that you have won probably half the battle or more than that. It actually not only helps you for wealth creation, but this approach actually helps you to protect capital also, because these are the market leaders. Let me tell you, they may not be the large caps. They might be mid caps. They might be even small caps, because that is as per the SEBI's definition. What we look at internally, coming to your question, is that we look at internally the profit size rather than market cap size. In India, there are 5,000 listed companies. Out of 5,000 listed companies, there are only 550 companies in India. Only 550 companies in India, which makes 100 crores, which is $15 million of profit. Only 550 companies. Our focus is, our universe is this 550 companies. Okay. That's our minimum benchmark. It's actually very high benchmark. Although you may feel that $15 million is actually a very small number. But to make 100 crore profit, you may require 1,000 to 2,000 crores of revenue. And as I said, in India, there are only 550 companies which have delivered that number. Correct? So, when you buy a company with a minimum 100 crores of profit, it means those companies can navigate the volatility of commodity, volatility of currency, volatility of trade barrier, volatility of geopolitical policies. They can absorb the shock, if any. And as you've seen in the recent times, so much volatility in the last 18 months in supply chain, the inflation, the commodity. But who could survive? Only those who have at least big size to take the shock of such volatility. Right. So that's very important. So in our entire focus list is those companies which have a minimum benchmark net profit with a benchmark market share. So one, you are taking market leader. Second, we are saying it should have a minimum net profit of, say for example, 100 crores. Okay. Then we said that it should have a low leverage balance sheet. So for example, if you look at my today's portfolio, all my portfolio companies, almost all my portfolio companies have 100 crores plus profit size. 62% of my portfolio companies have 500 crores plus net profit after tax. When I look at the balance sheet of my portfolio companies, 75% of my portfolio companies have zero debt. No short-term loans, no long-term loans. They have zero debt. Actually, they are net cash. Maybe only 12-13% of the portfolio companies, they would have some debt less than 1 time. So now you think, a portfolio built of 40-50 companies which are having a profit size of 100 crore, 500 crore, 1000 crore, 2000 crores, minimum 100, correct?
Right.
With a balance sheet with a zero leverage or debt equity less than 1 time, how it is possible? It is possible because they all are market leaders. Connecting my dots of 3M approach.
Correct.
And it is that market leadership with these financials which give them return on net worth of 18 to 20%, much higher than the traditional benchmark indices of 9 to 11%. And it is that character of the business mode which helps them to keep growing the profit by 18-20% compared to, if you look at the Nifty, for example, last 12 years, Nifty earnings growth is 7%. Last 12 years, our portfolio earnings growth is 20%. It is that 20% earnings growth that helped us to deliver 20% compounded returns to our investors. And that is something very, very critical. All our portfolio companies, they are not only best in terms of governance, balance sheet, and management, but they are undisputed market leaders, and very importantly, they are into the very strong earnings growth trajectory. And that's critical.